The industry doesn't want you to know that. These are some of the most dangerous food during the history.
An inflow of fake eggs, most likely from China. And the less tasty and potentially unhealthy fakes seem so real that some people have given up eggs totally. Even the separate fake whites and yolks can be convincing once cracked because the colors and forms are similar with just minor changes. Eggs have apparently been appearing in stores and supermarkets, with some customers purchasing the fakes by mistake and then complaining about the slight changes, such as hard-to-crack shells and rubbery contents when cooked. Fake eggs have been created in China since the mid-1990s, and they could be produced at half the cost of real eggs. Aside from the unappealing ingredients such as resin, starch, coagulant pigments, and sodium alginate extracted from brown algae for the white, a different mix of resin and pigments for the yolk, and a paraffin wax, gypsum powder, and calcium carbonate for the shell, it's thought that artificial egg ingredients may cause liver, brain, and nerve damage.
Walmart eggs are made of plastic.
Made out of fucking plastic, man. Glue or some shit. I just think I'm finna make some breakfast. This is fucking plastic. The whole top part is plastic. All this is plastic. I just cooked the fucking egg, just plastic.
Keep
watching. The only one real is this yellow shit. Even the bottom, this shit plastic. This shit fucking plastic. Look at this shit. This shit's plastic.
There is something up with the eggs. It goes well beyond just the feed and the yolk being on the outside. Something is up with the eggs.
It's like
this woman boiled them, and they came out this deformed with a internal yolk that's rubbery instead of pasty. Look at this crap.
This are those rubber eggs, honestly. Can you believe that? It's so gross. And these are from Eggland, okay? Has this ever happened to anybody where your eggs turn out to be rubber and hard? Look at that. They kind of bounce. Oh, this is so gross.
Egg from Aldi. Wait, there's more. This is also an egg from Aldi. I don't know. I'm a little suspicious of their food now. I felt pretty confident about their food. But now, not so much.
This is why society is programmed to always eat fast food. Everywhere you go, you see a fast food restaurant, and there's a deep meaning behind this. Because if you notice, it's not a lot of options that's good for you. It's actually the complete opposite, and here's why. If you produce processed food that's cheap to make, then sell it for more than double the price. The government makes almost 100% profit off the people that decide to eat fast food. This is why healthy food is more expensive, because they can't process it. They even inject most meat with hormones to make it bigger. The reason why is because if you eat a burger, it fills you up faster. But a couple things happen after you get done eating fast food. First, your stomach starts to hurt. This is because your body can't really use anything you just ate for its own benefit. Then you get tired because there is no type of energy in what you just ate. They even serve this food with things like soda or Dasani, which is literally the worst water to drink because of all the chemicals that's inside this water. But why would the government want us to consume so many bad things and advertise it? A theory is that this is a method to lower the vibration of society. As humans, we are all powerful and made up of energy. But if we constantly consume things that are processed and bad for our bodies, it'll naturally lower our energy, which is why you get tired afterwards. And I'm sure we all heard the saying, you are what you eat. So if you eat a lot of processed junk, naturally you're going to feel like it. Make sure you're staying mindful of what you're eating because
in a time of inflation, McDonald's is selling 50-cent double cheeseburgers. Don't eat that shit. Don't. Stop eating that. That's less than a bottle of water at the store. That's less than an apple at the store. Come on, y'all. I'm not the one to judge off of what you eat or what you consume because we all have our ways of doing things, but McDonald's, stop eating that, y'all. Please.
Beetles.
That's unlike any other insect.
In 2012, Starbucks was under fire after customers discovered they were putting cochineal beetles in their strawberry-flavored drinks.
Why?
The crushed up beetles are used as a red dye in the food industry and can be found in products such as meat, sausage, red marinades, jams, gelatin desserts, juices, icings, toppings, and confections. The cochineal is native to Mexico and South America, and they're not actually beetles. They're small insects that live on cactuses. They eat the red berries on the cactus, which gives the females a red coloring. To make dye, they're harvested, dried out in the sun, and then crushed. The powder is then mixed with water, which creates the coloring found in our food products. It takes 70,000 of these insects for just 1 pound of dye. You heard right, there's not just one insect in your drink, there's way more.
I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies.
Mechanically separated chicken is basically what you're eating every time you sit down to any fast food chicken meal. It has a sickly, bright pink color and is pretty much a mashup of every part of the bird. Beaks, feet, stomach lining, and all the worst parts of a chicken are mashed together and used to form a substance that is more liquid than solid. It is also heavily treated with ammonia to help kill unwanted bacteria, which isn't the best thing to be putting into your body to begin with.
Let me show y'all something. So, y'all might get this and think, you know, I'm eating fruit. Good. Look on the back. Calories, not too bad. There's no vitamin C. I mean, I know these are pineapples. They're not like a super great source, but there's hardly any nutrients. Yeah, it's low on calories, but and stuff like this with no artificial sweeteners, no sugar added. Half the calories. A serving is half a cup, and it's twice the amount of calories. And this is twice the amount of serving with half the calories. And look at this. Now where is that in that? I'm telling y'all that they're doing something.
A decade now have been actually making fake lettuce, fake eggs.
What I thought was even more weird, apparently they glue meat together. You don't, when you buy a steak, you think it's a solid steak, but some of the cheap steaks are actually just a bunch of different end pieces, and they have this weird glue, and they glue ends together, and they apparently do it with chicken too. I think that's why it says on a lot of chicken packages, the cheap chicken, this is 15% rib meat.
See that? Don't breathe that in.
Otherwise known as meat glue.
Stay over the top like that, we mix it up.
Then roll it and refrigerate. Ours uncooked, but cooked is another story. And it's not just beef. Pork, lamb, fish, and chicken.
It looks like one piece of chicken. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yep.
But hard to tell, isn't it?
On the grill, it's even harder to pick.
So that's the real McCoy, nice and tender. Let's go for the meat glue. I can't tell the difference.
And chances are you're eating it on a regular basis.
In front of you. Do you think it is real beef? But it's not. It's 3D printed to specification. Printed out beef. Even the texture of the beef is clearly visible. The taste and texture are no different from real beef. The white snowflake pattern are the fat deposits between muscle fibers, and the red part is rich in fatty acids. The nutritional value for human body is very high. First, scientists need to extract the basic cells of Wagyu beef, and then put them in a container for cultivation. The fatty ratio of the meat can be adjusted autonomously. Muscle fat and 3 different types of fibers are separated from the liquid. After that, it will be collected in the laboratory for processing. Scientists will form each tissue into an ink form, into specific containers for cultivation. Both the shape and the percentage of fat and leanness. 3D printed meat can be pre-programmed with the appropriate parameters. Personalized size. As the print nozzle moves back and forth, the beef is now visible as a strand. However, at this point, the beef still needs to develop separate muscle tissue.
Yeah, that's a wrap. Yeah, the America everybody knew and loved back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come to an end.